What is up, guys? Welcome back to another video. So, this has been a long. I filmed this video Sunday after we got the Super Bowl. It took me a while to get new videos. I had to get a external hard drive. Blah blah blah. As you can see, I'm not in my Seahawks jersey. It's in the washer. I actually filmed this video yesterday. Let me take this off. Uh, I filmed this video yesterday, so that's why I'm wearing my Cody Rose shirt. Um, Long story. Let's get into the game. All right. The Seattle Seahawks fan reaction to the Super Bowl is amazing. I mean, this past week has been great. I've been really basking in it. Yes, we are still using the ghetto setup until I can get things going. Um, I mean, I've loved it. It's been great. Uh, as you can see, it's kind of peeling, but Super Bowl it's inverted. But you got Super Bowl 60. It's been a great week, and I want to talk about the game a little bit. It's going to be hard to talk about the game, so um, I'm probably going to talk a lot about the halftime show, and then the very few plays that we talk a lot about is going to be very few plays. So we start the game off, and I mean, the run game was on display. We had Kenneth Walker really running the ball down our opposing team's throat, literally, and you kind of saw which team was more prepared to be there and which players were more prepared to be there. And I feel like Christian Gonzalez, I wanted before I talk as much shit that I'm about to talk. I try to stop myself from cursing. I've tried to upload this video. I cursed too much in the last video. They got my packed up. So I'm gonna have to film this video all over again. I'm not gonna lie. But before I talk a lot of crap about the Patriots, Christian Gonzalez, I mean that man deserves it. That man deserves all the credit. However much money they're going to pay him, because they're going to have to pay him big bucks. He deserves it. I mean, the plays he was making in that first quarter really ruined our throwing game because we realized, okay, that guy's too good. We're gonna run the ball a lot, and it worked. I mean, uh, Zabel. Uh, I forgot what our rookie offensive lineman is. Um, that man is absolutely a dog. I mean, we were running this, and Kenneth Walker deserves as much credit as he's going to get because of how patient he was. I saw a lot of tweets out there about Le'Veon Bell and how patient he was. This is what Le'Veon Bell did, but better because he won a Super Bowl. But Le'Veon Bell really went out there and he would wait and pick his targets off like that. And I really do think that that is what Kenneth Walker did. He really sat there, waited behind his offensive line, and I feel like a lot of running backs now they feel like they have to go, they have to run quick, just get out off the block, and just not stop. Kenneth Walker is the exact opposite. Very rare when you see a running back with Kenneth Walker level patience. And K9 was super patient enough to sit there, wait behind his offensive line, kind of scout the field, and then go. And that was what we were doing the entire first half. I mean, it's very like little to talk about, because of how good our first half was. I can pull up some of the statistics right here, and we could talk a little bit more about the first half because it really was just it was just a defensive showdown. So let me pull up the statistics right here, and then we'll get to it. Here you go. Let me get that up so now I can. Huh? So I just brought up some of the stats, and our first drives ends in a field goal, and punt, 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 punt. That was really the first quarter. Jason Myers was electric this game. I mean, the Aussie has a leg on him, and I do think um he was in contention to get Super Bowl MVP. And I honestly think that it would make sense if he would have won Super Bowl MVP. I mean, most of our touchdown, I mean, most of our points came from him. He outscored. He had I believe it was one, two, three, four, five. So that's 15 points, I believe, around something like that. And we're not including extra points. So he outscored our entire offense. He deserved it, but he wasn't going to get it because he is a kicker, and kickers are not going to get the favorable love that somebody like a K9 is going to get. And I do think K9 should have won so because K9 put us in a position to score. He put us in a position to kick those extra points, kick those field goals. And I think he definitely deserves it. But I mean, first quarter was really mild. Then you get to the second quarter, again, a field goal. A lot of the first half was straight up just Kenneth Walker. I believe Kenneth Walker had ended the game with let me pull the statistic up, 135 yards, and 100 of those yards came in the first half. So Kenneth Walker really did amazing. And then we get to the halftime. I'm really good. As a Seahawks fan, I would love to just talk about this Super Bowl and really dive into the interceptions and the openness of the right field. It was just a defensive showdown. I will say Ernest Jones, I believe, and let me pull this up. Ernest Jones had 11 tackles, and 10 of them were solo. That man right there balled out of his mind. Derek Hall, who really wasn't a big name this entire season for Seattle, showed up and balled out and had 2 sacks. I believe one of them was a strip sack. I believe I could be wrong, but 90% sure one of them was a strip sack. And I mean, our defense just showed in and showed out. Like their defense was really Christian Gonzalez was really good, but they could not stop our offense. They could not stop our run game, and that really is what came down to it. Now, I'm gonna get into a little maybe this video or another video, probably another video of who we might be losing in free agents and the rumors around free agency. But I personally believe that we are going to be perfectly fine. I mean, especially on our defensive end, we had Nicky Melwar. We had 5 tackles, 4 of them were solo tackles. Devon Witherspoon, Devin or Devon, how you call it. I still don't actually know. I never Googled it. I've always called him Devon. And if it isn't, his new name is Devon Witherspoon. Devon Witherspoon was absolutely balling. 4 solo tackles. I don't know what we saw and what their tell was, but I mean, this man was really moving just ridiculous. He hit the QB 3 times. Um, he had one sack, one tackle for loss, and he would drop off of his man and really push that offensive, and he was on time every single time. Like I don't know if he knew the cadence. I don't know what happened. I would love after we beat Patriots next year to hear what the game plan was, but and how he did what he did. Tariq Woodland, um, Woolen. I've heard I've heard Elk say Woolen. No, it's throwing me off. I know it's Woolen though. Tariq Woolen. This guy was balling. I know he has that one touchdown on him, which But don't let that fool you. Tariq Woodland has had one of the best seasons for a corner, and he's only allowed an average of what, 3 touchdowns a season on him. And most of those, the reason why the average is high is because of this past season. He's he's been clamping a lot of people, and if he does leave, I hope that Tariq Woodland does good in whatever team he goes to. But yeah, I don't really know what to say. He did great for our team this game, and I'm just really get into the defensive stats because our defense was really showing up. I mean, I forgot who it was that had his first sack of his career. We had six total sacks. It was Riley Mills had his first career sack, and it was one of the most beautiful sacks I've seen in my life. He pushes his defender back with one hand, and because whoever that Patriots rookie is, he was one of the worst offensive linemen I've seen with my own two eyes. I mean, this guy, Will Campbell, sorry. We upgraded a little bit, so we got another computer for strictly research purposes. Will Campbell, I mean this guy was absolutely dog. Like he was terrible. This guy's arms are too short. So as he's getting, as CM Punk would say, your arms might be you're gonna find out that your arms are just too short to box with God. He was getting pushed back, and when you talk, I played middle school football. I know I wasn't great, okay, but when you're taught, if you can't get your hands on your opponent, right, while he's pushing you, you smack the arm down and then move in. He's just getting pushed back like this. And with the other hand, Mills grabs Drake May, takes him to the ground, and I mean, boy, it was bad. It was really bad. Let me put you guys standing so that way you guys can get an even steady microphone. Um, my mic is cutting. I will say though, the Patriots defense, they did have, I believe they had one sack, and that one sack comes from Milton Williams, who played pretty good. Actually, really good game for that Patriots defense. But I mean, our defense was just on go. Then you had Jason Myers, who had a, a tackle. I believe that is because one of his punt return. Jason Myers. Do we have two Jason Myers? Okay, no, that is Jason Myers. Yeah, Jason Myers technically gets a tackle, solo tackle, because he tackled the punt returner. But I mean, guys, our defense is going to be annoying to pay, but boy, are they going to be fun to keep. Now, I will get into the trade rumors in a different video for Seattle. And trade rumors just for the entire NFL, but for right now, our defense, I mean, Jake Bobo got a tackle out there. Like, we were really just running every single player we had on our team on defense, and it worked. I mean, the Patriots didn't have an answer. Now let me move you guys down a little bit so when I do this, you guys can see. Now we get into halftime show. If you guys don't want to hear nothing about the halftime show, or you guys don't want to talk about politics or anything, highly skip. I'll try to have a timestamp, and if I don't, then if you see me do this, then that needs to come back. The Super Bowl halftime show, I think was great. I really do. I think it was perfect. I think it was everything that a Super Bowl halftime should be. It was very theatrical. It was very for television wise, it looked great. The music was great. The dancing, beautiful. And there was a message, a deeper meaning. Yeah, I don't want to get into every single meaning of every single song that he performed, but just a quick, meaning thing. It starts off where Puerto Rico started. Obviously, slavery, sugarcane slaves. Um, our slavery, I believe, it lasted longer than American slavery. If not, I know it ended after American slavery was over. And yeah, the light post was basically a protest to the American government not helping. Uh, Puerto Ricans, a lot of people still have not had light since Hurricane Maria. A lot of people haven't had electric. And it's also a protest to the Puerto Rican government, who, when we very rarely, but when we get money from Puerto Rico, they send it and they spend on a bunch of stupid things that we do not need. So that was obviously a protest to that. You had Le Paso, De La Paso con Hawaii, which is a song in which he's basically sung by Ricky Martin. Okay, that was not who I had on my bingo card, but it's a song sung by Ricky Martin, and basically it's a we have to, as a culture, come together. you know we have to, we a lot of people fight for our freedom. A lot of Puerto Ricans want there to be an independent nation. They want their independency from America, and I would argue that it is the best thing that could come from uh, for Puerto Ricans. And some people want to be a statehood, and this song kind of rebuttal to people who want to be a 51st state and say, hey, we can't do that, because they will strip away our culture. They will take our music. They will take away our food, and we will lose everything that we have. We have to hold on to it and come together. So I thought that was beautiful, especially something by Ricky Martin. I've never seen Ricky Martin in a long time. So when I saw Ricky Martin, I was like, Ricky Martin? Uh, I was like, who? Why does he look familiar? My mom was like, yo, that's Ricky Martin. I was like, Ricky Martin? What? Um, um, but let me just make sure my mic is still on. Yes, my mic is still on. But that was a big deal. And that's pretty much it. I don't get really in depth about every single thing, but that's kind of like um, the main parts. I thought it was great. If you didn't like it, I don't really care. It was really for a subsection of people, and if as long as that subsection of people were happy, that's all that matters. It's like if an Asian person said, "Oh, Kendrick Lamar's halftime show wasn't good." Obviously, that halftime show was for a subsection of people, African Americans, Black Americans, and if you did not like it, it didn't matter, because that was not for you, right? It's like um when Rihanna got out there and sung some songs. It's like, who cares? It's like if Shakira, like when Shakira did hers, you saw a bunch of women shaking buttocks, and you had a bunch of these songs. Like, if you don't like these songs, I can't relate to what a Latina goes through, so these music is not gonna relate to me. That's why a lot of minorities don't really relate to a Taylor Swift, and why when you look at white artists who have kind of passed that mode into, you know a sub, like, out, not, they're not just beloved by white people, they're beloved by minorities as much. It's like Adele and people who sing about things that a lot of regular people can feel. A lot of people, Taylor Swift goes through a lot of things that so it's one of those things where, like, if next year it is Taylor Swift, I won't watch. I mean, I'm lying. I probably will watch, but I'm not going to sit here and be like, oh, she didn't do this or this or this, or this or this. But if a bunch of teenage white girls are happy, then that's all that matters. That's who it's for. It's for the subsection of people that make the music for. So if you were mad about the halftime show, grow up. It's not that. It's 15 minutes. Somebody had a really good quote where it's, um, Puerto Rico is a part of America. They're American citizens. So when they did their halftime show, they were not celebrating other cultures. They were celebrating American culture. And I thought that was such a beautiful quote. And as a Puerto Rican, I loved it. I thought it was great. But then we get to the second half of the game, and this is when the game really picked up for both teams. Uh, Third quarter was pretty mid. Only 3 points. Can you guys guess who those 3 points were from? If you said Sam Darnold, you would be wrong. That 3 points came from Jason Myers again, who, I'm not going to sit here and pretend he didn't deserve an MVP voting, because that would be absolutely idiotic. Ooh, I'm elevating, guys. You guys are coming up higher, so my voice tunnelage is matching. But Yeah, I mean, just a bunch of field goals, field goals, field goals, field goals, punt, 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 punt. And can we take a minute to talk about this punter? I mean, we have the highest paid punter kicker duo in the NFL, and you see why. Okay, you see why when you turn on your TV and you see this. I can't describe this punt as anything besides a work of art. Um, Dickerson, is he punts the ball and he pins the ball. It bounces from the 5 and stops at the 1 because a player touched it. I solely believe if he did not touch that ball was stopping at the 1 yard line regardless. Like that's how good that punt was. That punt was so beautiful, and I just want to take time to show love to the punters, um, because they deserve it. Now we get into the fourth quarter, and the game is still anybody's game. It is 19-0. We score a touchdown in the first drive of the fourth quarter. AJ Barner with a 16-yard touchdown. Jason Meyer kicks. It was a good kick, and it was originally, if I'm remembering this correct, we ran this play twice before in the game. And I believe Travis Kelce, if you watch the Travis Kelce and Jason Kelce podcast, Travis Kelce's also said he's run this play multiple times. It's a play, tight end goes in motion and then helps out his right tackle and his right guard to allow his running back to go through that spot. If we did it twice, and the first time it resulted in really good yardage for Kenneth Walker. Second time it resulted in good yards, not really like the first time, but good yardage. So come third time, the Patriots already seen this play twice, so they know what they're doing. They're like, okay, we got this. We're gonna go out there. We're gonna do what we have to do, and we are going to really shine. That is not what happened. AJ Barner grabs his opponent and instead of pushing him, literally grabs, let's go, pushes off, runs wide open. Sam Darnold almost overthrew him. But I mean, it's exactly a type of catch that you want. Like, was it a beautiful dot to the chest? No. That's what you want. You want that he had to stretch for it, but boy, did it make it look cooler. It might not have been a perfect throw, but it made the touchdown that much cooler. Seeing AJ Barner really stretching as far as he could for it, grabbing it, coming down, rolling with it, and then Millie rocking after it. Um, AJ Barner's so good, man. That dude is so talented. I literally, I have nothing but good things to say. I was upset when we lost. Um, I was upset when we lost Noah Fant. I thought Noah Fant was a really good quarterback. Quarterback, sorry, a really good tight end. And I really, 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 really wanted him on our team. So when we lost Noah Fant, I was a little upset. I'm gonna be honest, I was upset. And then when we drafted that rookie out of Miami, I thought he was gonna be our starter. Um, but apparently, it was Noah Fant. He's played for 2 seasons. He was a backup last season. And this season, nobody really thought Noah Fant would. I mean, not Noah Fant. Sorry, AJ Barner would do that much. And boy, did he prove us wrong. I mean, this guy was playing like a Pro Bowl caliber tight end this entire season. This season alone, he has 6 touchdowns, 26 first downs, a success rate of 63%, 500 yards this season, 76% when he catch 76 catch percentage. Um he's rushed the ball for 2 yards once with a 90% success rate, okay? But yeah, he's absolutely playing like a dog. This touchdown was beautiful. So the game is, maybe this is me being a pessimist. Uh, I was watching this like, okay, the game is still possible, right? It's a 19-0 game, but we still have the entire fourth quarter. And the Patriots responded with a 35-yard touchdown to Drake May. to Mac Hollins, and it was very close. At this point, it's like they go for I don't know why they didn't go for two here, but they kick the ball, right? If they get a stop, we kick the ball. They get it's a 14-19 game. It's it's close. It's anybody's game. So we score the touchdown, then they score a touchdown, and then we punt the ball. Now, here I'm starting to think, ooh, the Patriots can come back, right? All they need is not to throw an interception, and they win the game. All right, that's all they need. Don't throw an interception, and I believe if the Patriots didn't throw another interception, they would have had a shot to win the game. Let me take that back. Not don't throw an interception, win the game. Don't throw an interception, you have a shot to win the game. And I mean, like clockwork, 7 plays resulted in a interception by this was the Julian Love. I mean, so they have two players running, right? Very typical route, right? Very just right? Your wides do a little shifty shifting, and then your twos just cross. He threw it further, too far for the closer one to catch. So I'm thinking he's throwing it to this player. The problem is this player's already over here, and he threw the ball here. So Julian Love literally just drops his man wide open, as Jair Alexander would say, took it back for a 38-yard drive, 38-yard reception, and then we get a field goal. And here I'm comfortable to say the game's over, right? Because 29-7. For me, the game is over. But again, it's still a shot because they still have 7 points, and there is at this point of the game, there is still a lot of time left. There is 5 minutes left. Touchdown, onside kick. That's 14. Touchdown, onside kick. They get another touchdown. They go for it. 15. Onside kick. Get it. Touchdown. That's go for it. That's 23. 23 to 29. They would need another onside kick, or they would just need a stop. They would just need stop, 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 go, go, go. But unfortunately, in one of the most beautiful interceptions, the Patriots run no huddle. They come out shotgun formation, and Drake May passes short in in the middle, passes short in the middle, but when he goes to throw it down the middle, Witherspoon gets a hand on his hand right when he's like at this part. So I don't know how the ball goes from here to here, but it lands in not even like this. It really just landed in Wosu's face mask. And Wosu gets it. He runs for a 45-yard touchdown. And this, I mean, this put the game on ice. I mean, at this point, At this point, it's 22-7. Yeah, so yeah, even then, at this point, it's 22-7. All they need is a touchdown, stop touchdown, and it's there. Touchdown at extra point. That's 14. Touchdown, go for two. Now the game's tied up. They're still in it, but this pick six really ruined the opportunity for them. Um, they threw the interception, then they kick a field goal. It's now uh 22-7. That we got the interception, the pick six, and the game's over. They scored a touchdown, but it was a really touchdown. Who cares? And then punt and end the game. Now that is my recap of the game. Let's get into my opinions on the game. I personally feel like the Patriots should not have been here. The Patriots should not have been here at all. They had no right being in this position. And it really should have been Denver. This really should have been a rematch of Super Bowl 48. It should have been the Denver. I mean, I'm happy it was the Patriots because now us throwing the ball at the 1 yard line, it doesn't sting. Like every time I see us throwing the ball at the 1 yard line, that don't hurt me anymore. It doesn't affect me. It really doesn't. Like I don't care. Because that we us losing that was probably better, the best thing to happen, because now this Super Bowl feels that much. If we would have beat the Patriots, and then now we're here, and then we beat the Patriots, it's like we beat them twice, right? Kind of like the Broncos. If we would have beat the Broncos, it wouldn't have been sweet for us because we already beat the Broncos. But because it was the Patriots, because of what happened to Super Bowl 49, it added that vitriol, that anger, that animosity came out when this game was happening. And I was definitely screaming a lot of words on my bed while I was watching this game, just just angry. Um Now I'm not gonna get into, obviously, as of recording this as of February 17th, there's a lot of rumors that Seattle would not be franchise tagging um Kenneth Walker, and most likely let Tariq Woolen go, and rumored to get Mason Crosby. Now, I'm not going to address those rumors now, but if those rumors are true, I'm not that mad about it. I'm not as mad as I would be. Like if we lose Kenneth and Tariq Woodland, seeing how this team played, um, I'm not mad. I mean, it would suck losing Woodland, but when you have Devon Witherspoon playing the way he's been playing this entire game, I'm just looking at. If you see me looking at the statistics, Devon Witherspoon had a very silent game. Still have four solo tackles, one sack, one tackle for loss. Hit the QB three to different times. Like I don't see how I could be mad. And now obviously it would suck because now our other corner is gonna have to be who? But I trust Shaquille Griffin enough that like he could guard our weak side. And then if we lose K9, I am so confident that I would prefer to pay K9 and let Zach Charbonnet walk next year. Um, I just personally believe that Zach Charbonnet is a better option for the team. But I mean, I feel like K9 is a better option for the team. But if he walks, then he walks. But I'll get more into depth on that in a different video. And for the Patriots, I've said everything I need to say. For the Patriots, Drake may play like trash. Don't let the certified box scores make you feel like the Patriots, Drake may score 2 touchdowns, so don't worry about it. No, Drake may play disgustingly. Drake may play worse than Jarrett Stidham did the last game. It was bad. It was horrendous, and it was arguably I believe statistically it was the worst showing. I think the last 2 touchdowns really saved him, but for 3 quarters it was the worst showing out of any quarterback ever in Super Bowl history. That's 60 Super Bowls, and the worst quarterback. That's 60 times two, because there's 2 quarterbacks who played. Sometimes three if there's a substitution in the middle of the game, but there are 2 quarterbacks, 60 times two, right? So when you see that there has been um that many quarterbacks to play a Super Bowl, there has been 120 for that's the lowest. 120 quarterbacks at the lowest playing the Super Bowl, and you were the worst one out of all of those. But worse than Nick Folks, that is disgusting. You were a second, top three, second, third overall pick. You got to do better than that, kid. Like you can't win a Super Bowl throwing 2 touchdowns, 2 interceptions. And I feel like Drake May isn't getting as much hate as he should get. Because if Sam Darnold went out there threw 2 touchdowns, 2 interceptions with 295 yards, and almost 200 of those yards came in garbage minutes, then we would be like, oh, this is what I told you. He's overrated. He's trash. But when Drake May does it, he's young. It's his first playoffs. You didn't do this for Sam Darnold when it was his first playoff. When it was Sam Darnold's first playoff, I vividly remember ESPN getting up here talking about, oh, he lost to the Rams. The Viking season is over. He's bum. That's how you guys treated Sam Darnold when he lost his first playoff. This man lose at the Super Bowl. Oh, guys, he's young. No, he got to fix that because he played like doo doo. And on their rush, I mean, you're run. I don't know what their offense was doing, but when your running backs, when your highest yards on your team is Drake May at rushing yards with 37, almost more than 10 whole yards than Stevenson, what are you doing? Like, you can't have that. Your offensive coordinator cannot allow that. 1 minute real quick. Not only can you not have that, like you have to run the ball more. Not even run the ball because we were just stopping their runs. You gotta do something. Like we were just stopping their runs, and their running backs wasn't doing. And then you get to the receiving yards, and oh my God, Mac Hollins carried these bumps. Like Stephon Diggs had 3 receptions for 37 yards. That sounds like solid numbers. And this was the regular season. This is the Super Bowl. You were talking all that. You were supposed to be their star receiver. You and Butte were supposed to be their star receiver. Butte had 1 catch for 21 yards. You had 3 for 37. He played better than you. What? And then I don't know what Stephon Diggs was doing. This man is an absolute bum. He needs to get his stuff together. Okay. And then you get to their defense, and everybody, I mean, shout out Woodson with 10 tackles, 7 of them being solo tackles, and 3 of them being tackles for loss. He definitely deserves credit, but nobody deserves more credit than Christian Gonzalez. I mean, the plays he was making was absolutely beautiful. Like, he had 3 pass deflections, and all 3 of them were very crucial pass deflections. Very crucial. I mean, the person who had the most pass deflection in Seattle was nobody. We had 6 pass deflection, and every single player had 1 pass deflection. This man was really the most important part of that Patriots defense. If I'm the Patriots, I'm reassessing everything. Our defense needs to be fixed. Um, our defense needs to completely be negated, and we have to look at what our pass rushing is doing when we're allowing Kenneth Walker to have 100 yards in the first quarter and um and 35 in the second. I mean, first 100 yards in the first half and 35 in the second half. That's bad. Kenneth Walker averaged 5 yards per carry, which means if we gave him the what that means is every time we gave him the ball, if we gave him the ball twice, we got a first down. Ball, first down. That's all we had to do. His longest was a 30-yard run in which he literally sits there for 2 seconds and then explodes off. And because of how fast he is when he gets that first step, he just goes, and there's nothing that their defenders could do. If Zach Charbonnet played this game, I think Zach Charbonnet would have had just as much as Kenneth Walker, if not the same. We would have just completely ran this ball the entire game. So that's my reaction to Super Bowl. Next video, I want to learn how to fix my camera so we can get the reaction videos kind of up and going. But for now, I do want to talk about the rumors circulating of Kenneth Walker, Woodland leaving, and us getting Mad Max Crosby. So that was this video. This video is the last video talking about the football season. I wish I would have done this channel earlier, but this off season is going to be a bunch of, as you see by the name of the channel, stop yapping. Like it's going to be a bunch of yapping, a bunch of talking about maybe wrestling, talk about basketball sometimes when the Lakers play, maybe live stream some basketball games. Um, it's going to be a bunch of literally just what do we want to talk about? Coaches hiring. I do actually really want to talk about some coaches hiring. Um, but yeah, if you have any recommendations, videos you want me to react to, things you want to talk about, sports that you want me to talk. I can't wait to maybe start talking about F1 and react to F1 because I've been really getting into F1. So yeah, that's this video. Thank you guys so much for watching this video. Like, please comment, please subscribe. I'll see you guys in the next one. Bye.